I've had a lot of people want me to make a video about the video of me in my Aventador yelling at the valet manager at the montage. So I wanted to shoot a video today to give a better explanation about what was actually going on in that situation, why I was so mad and why I had reacted in the manner that I reacted. So for the gist of it is, I was pretty much standing out front of a restaurant and saw him drive by in my car. This is a restaurant that isn't even on the same street as the montage. So while I parked at the montage, they were backing the car into a parking spot when I left, and I decided that I was gonna go, I was in a meeting, so I decided I was gonna go to Avra and go to a bar and go ahead and have the meeting there. You know, it was lunchtime. So I get over to Avra, and first problem is the bar is full, and I didn't want a regular table, so it's like, all right, let's just go somewhere else. Now, mind you, I walked there, so it took me a little bit to get there, and I'm standing in front of Avra trying to figure out where we want to go, and I hear an Aventador, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, that's a pretty dope spec, I kind of like that. And then as it gets closer, I'm like, damn, that shit looks just like mine. And then when I actually get to it, I'm like, motherfucker, I see the failure license plate on the back of it, and no, for sure it's my car. So what happened was, I walked back to the montage from Avra, passed through the garden, and ended up beating the valet manager back to the hotel. So when I got back to the hotel, I waited for him to pull into the valet area, and then that's when the argument ensued. So I'll go ahead and play that video for you now. So what ended up happening after that was I took the car over to the Beverly Hills, parked there, had a drink, calmed myself down, and walked back over to the montage, talk with security, and file an incident report about how the valet manager was just joyriding in the car, because that's legitimately what he was doing. There was no reason for him to be where he was. Like, it made absolutely no sense. He gained nothing by driving around the block. He just knew he could do it because he was the manager and he'd get away with it. So that's why I reacted in the manner I reacted in. And the funny part about the video was it didn't even go viral until about 7 months after it happened. And I kept hearing about it constantly. And it's pretty funny because the video is still going around, which is why I wanted to make this video. Could I have reacted in a less haste manner? Probably, but at the same time, you know, when you see somebody driving your car that you've had for a month that has 100 miles on it, and with no regard to the fact that he's driving your car around for no reason other than the fact that he knew he could get away with it, how do you think you're really going to respond to it? So, you know, a lot of people reacted about, you know, they do the same thing I did, but then a lot of people were also like, oh, there's no need for that, it's absurd how you were coming at him, and oh, you're a bitch for it, you ain't hard, you ain't shit, you this, you that. And it's like, you know, until you're in that same position, you can't tell me how you react, because you react in the moment. Everything happens in the moment. You know, it's just like how life is. You have to react to certain scenarios as they occur. So for everybody that wanted to pass judgment about how I reacted to it, go spend $520,000 on a car and then have a motherfucker unknowingly driving it around Beverly Hills with the windows down, the top off, enjoying every part of his life. You know, I worked hard to get that fucking thing. And, you know, if he put in that same work, he could have his own. He wouldn't have to drive mine. But instead, he chose to go ahead and take mine around the block for no valid reason. So that's my stance on what happened with that little joyride situation. You know, I'm past it now. And the worst part of the matter was, if it had been any other valet there other than him, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But that guy is always a smug prick and always wants to be a pompous asshole every time he's around. So at the end of the day, I feel like he got what he deserved. And a lot of people that know him, that either have worked for him or do work for him, since, you know, he's the regional manager for Laz, say the same thing about him. You know, he's a piece of shit to work with, he's a piece of shit to work for. So at the end of the day, I feel everything was justified. And you can pass judgment however you would like, but that's my stance in the situation and what happened with it. And, you know, end of the day, you might react one way, but that's how I chose to react. So, you know, you have to respect the fact that everybody's different and everybody's gonna respond differently to different situations. So that's my 2 cents on the Valet Joyride video that's been circulating, and yeah, we'll leave it at that. Shit we gotta deal with. Hey! Can I give you a flyer? Thanks, bro. Yep, I got you. What are y'all chanting about? Stop. What are y'all chanting about? Hell nah. I was filming when I pulled up. I was like, damn, I got the camera today? That's lit. Apparently they're chanting about some woman of power event going on that they're disturbed by. People really need better things to do with their time. It's a Friday. You ain't got work? Go work, man.
And that shit can go straight to you can like go straight to YouTube with that shit, or you upload it first?
Well, no, so what I do is like, so basically I'll shoot all this right now and I'll take it home, I'll pull it off on the computer, and
whatever, then you edit it, and then
exactly.
you go.
Yeah, and I'll just shoot it off. Yeah. So see, we chilling with the homie. That's the valet
up,
right
man?
there. You
That's
know,
right
I
here.
mean, he ain't the valet. He above the valet, but you know, like
It's legit right here, man. It's legit.
he ain't get test drive the car. But you know, even if he did go for the joyride, I wouldn't care. That's the difference, you know. You know, if you the homie and you joyride the car, it's one thing. If you a piece of shit, you joyride my car. Fuck you. That's the difference. You know, we already identified that. Everybody knows he a piece of shit, including the people that work for him. So fuck Steve. Fuck him. Fuck his joyride. You can take the car whenever you want.
Thank you, sir.
You want to take that Aventador? You good?
I appreciate it.